showtime.
BS and Beer Media in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network. We present to you the Frenemies Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome into another show. It's Thanksgiving Eve. Me and the boys, we are back talking fantasy. We got Kyle, we got Tim. What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Of course, I'm your host, Dale. Let's get into this thing, man. What you drinking, Tim?
I'm drinking these world famous margaritas.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, man,
Margaritas.
I know you don't know anything about limes.
I don't know about lime.
Okay, we discovered this over the course of these shows. I've discovered, you have no clue of what a lime is.
I have
But-
no clue.
But when you go to the supermarket, there's two types of limes. There's like the little ones, about the size of like a silver dollar, and then there's like a big lime.
Oh.
A little bit smaller than a lemon, but it's a lime.
Does she like the bigger one, or does she care about for the smaller one?
I mean, I don't care what she likes. I give it to her how I got it. All right. We blame God and my parents on that one. All right. Damn, I got set up. That was a good joke, Dale. Oh man. Oh gosh. I'm glad not everybody's like watching YouTube, because that would have been even worse. Buy them little limes and put them in your margaritas, everybody. Okay.
There you go. All right, Kyle, what you got?
I got a hobo koozie for my little drink. We did have a bet. I lost the bet, and then Tim was nice enough to say, "Oh, double or nothing," and then I lost again. So I owe
You got to show it to the camera here. We didn't see
So
it.
first off, I got the Santa Coca-Cola. You see the little Santa on it?
Yeah.
So, I got my little shot glass. Here we go.
What's the hobo koozie, Kyle? What's a hobo koozie?
Oh, there we go.
I was looking for the bird dog like Tim likes. I know where they have it. I didn't want to drive all the way, so I just went with what I know, what I love, and it is
Jim Beam.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We'll take it. Yeah.
All right. I like it.
First
I like it.
I opened this year, so there you go.
There we go.
No, he's
Jim
popping
Beam in the house.
We're popping bottles on the show.
I smell a hangover already.
I used to hang out with somebody, and he would say his wife doesn't let him drink anything that has a last name on the bottle.
Oh, that's hilarious. Kyle, what's your shot glass there? What was that shot glass?
This is actually from National Museum of Natural History.
Okay.
It's Washington D.C. My younger brother got it for me. He's a big boss in the TSA. Shout out to Casey. So he got me the shot glass. Very cool. It's got like a little shark on it.
I got you.
So,
okay.
Pretty cool.
Right.
But Brandon Staley, man, I guess he's not getting fired. I don't know.
There you go, Kyle.
They started the season out 0-2, 0-3. They were looking real bad, and I'm like, yeah, man, he's got to go. He's gone. And I won a couple games, did their thing. So, cheers, y'all.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
Hold on. I forgot to get little Craig here. Hold on.
Mini Craig.
Okay, because I
There you go.
technically owe you two of them.
There
Ooh.
we go. Yeah.
You want to wait a minute? You're gonna take the other one.
Tastes like the holidays.
Yeah, there you go.
Tastes like your in-laws are coming over.
Like it.
Let me
I
get
like
another
it.
one.
Truthfully, I'm doing this because I owe you. But you guys both know I had a fucking amazing week in fantasy.
Yeah.
I had an absolute amazing week. The one time I've ever done it. I have 7 teams that I manage, and I went 7-0. So shout out to everybody who lost. Neither of you guys played me at all. So you guys are safe. Shout out to everybody who took an L this week. So cheers to y'all.
There you go. Cheers.
Oh yeah. Hey, since you won 7 games and all that this week, we'll let you take another shot.
How kind of you, Tim.
Yeah.
And he's wasted. Oh,
Oh goodness.
Suddenly.
Well, today I'm rolling with some moonshine.
Oh, pink.
It's not pink, it's red.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Moonshine.
But I will look for some pink moonshine next time I go. I'll stay on brand.
Just get those cherries and put some of them cherries with a little cherry juice in every drink. You're fine.
For real. Those things are dangerous, man. It tastes so good.
I was just eating them cherries and I got drunk at the cabin snowboarding. Dude. Yeah.
For real. For real though. So all right, man. Let's get into some news. The first thing that I saw, it's kind of going back to what Kyle was talking about with coach getting fired. But Pittsburgh Steelers, they fired their offensive coordinator, Matt Canada. Lord knows how he got the job in the first place. But Matt Canada is now gone from Pittsburgh. I'm really hoping this is going to liven up the offense. No more BS, ghost motion for every play. Matt Canada style. That's what he likes to do. Y'all have any hope for the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, after honestly, Matt Canada leaves?
Since he got fired, y'all seen the memes that have come out, like with plays from Kenny Pickett that are just terrible. They're like, well, you fired your offensive coordinator, but you still got this guy throwing ducks. It's bad, man. Bad stuff from Kenny Pickett. So not a lot of hope.
I'm hoping that change of coaching will help him indeed, and we'll see if everybody else is right and Matt Canada was wrong. So. And as always, a new week brings in new injuries. So we're bringing in the Madden ambulance to get these injured players. Oh, what do you know? Geno Smith got injured in the game. He had to leave the game. And somebody that traded Geno Smith just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I knew that was going to come up.
It's on the sheet here, Tim. It's like number one, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm lucky.
Stop trading with Tim, y'all. Keep telling y'all. Stop trading with Tim. We'll have these problems. Okay. Derek Carr remains in the concussion protocol. Optimistic though, because he did practice in full. So we're probably gonna see Derek Carr this weekend versus the Falcons. Devon Achane practiced today, but he did suffer an injury on Sunday, so better keep an eye out for him. I really don't advise putting him in the lineup because he left the lineup last week.
I put him in this last week, and it almost cost me the game.
Exactly.
That game was 2 points away, and if I would have had what's that, Minnesota I forgot his name.
Madison?
No. Let me see. I had Ty Chandler. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Chandler got like 15 points, and Achane got 1. So.
So I'm at this point, I'm perfectly fine with him going off on my bench because I gotta see it first, but I'll put him back in there. It's coming down to clutch time. I can't have any zeros in my lineup now. So Justin Jefferson, he's still not back yet. He's still in that window to be returned from IR. I did hear this weekend he said he was, I don't know, 75%, something like that. And he said he was not going to come back till he was 100%. So we'll see what about that.
He's doing that whole thing where, oh, I don't care about y'all's fantasy team, this and that.
Mhm.
And so it's
Mhm.
like he's like trying to hint to us that, yeah, I'm not like fully ready to come back, and like it's gonna be like this big old deal because he'd have to. I don't know. He's got that 4 weeks where he's on the IR, and then you have the 3 weeks of practice, and he's got his third week. So like, what happens after that?
They either designate him to return, or they have to put him back on IR. So that 21-day window is just what it is.
So we're like, they do have the bye week, so I don't know how that factors in.
Yeah,
but at the same
that
time,
part I
like,
don't know.
Like, dude, he's just like, he's kind of like hinting, like, yeah, I'm not ready. I don't care what y'all say, like, But I mean, your team is right there. Like, your team needs you. Like, they're right in the playoff hunt. They're in the playoffs. If the season ended today, they're a 7 seed. So they're in the playoffs. You need to still win some games to keep it going. And if you don't think, you're helping your team's chances, then so be it. But like, come on now, you're the best player they got. So
yeah, but at the same time, if you go out there, you put out bad tape, it's going to be used against you. So you don't want to put bad tape out there. And if I get that, I don't know. I'm kind of okay with it because I don't want to have to make the decision of is he okay enough to put in my lineup. So I like him taking the time in the window to get right, and then we should have a determination by then. So I kind of like this. I'm burned by Rashad Higgins. I'm telling you. Higgins has killed me too many times, bro. No. All right, Zach Wilson been demoted to third string. Tim Boyle should get the start with Trevor Siemian as the backup. So if you're a Jets fan, you're loving this, right?
I mean, why go from first to third? Like, I don't understand the move at all. To where, and is Tim Boyle really better than Trevor Siemian? We've seen Siemian over the last few years. He started for the Saints. We watched him. He was not terrible. He's not a terrible option.
That's a good point. I don't really know much about Tim Boyle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you there, Kyle.
I don't know. If it was me, Siemian would have been starting like weeks ago.
Right. But I mean, like, the Jets are up against it, man. Like, they've got to win. And so he's trying something. He got a good defense. So
they're talking about Rodgers coming back week 18.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, what's the point if you're eliminated in week 15, 16 though?
Right.
Yeah.
So he was an undrafted free agent from Eastern Illinois. So I don't really seem optimistic at all about this. So you probably want to sit down Garrett Wilson too, right? Because he's dealing with
Tim Boyle.
Yeah,
you don't know who his favorite target's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to end up being somebody off the bench because usually that's what happens. They bring in some guy off the bench that he's been working with. He's got good chemistry with, and they start playing him. So maybe Charles Irvin or Jason Brownlee.
It's a crap
going to
shoot.
get in the game. Yeah. So
either that or a backup quarterback comes in and all they do is just throw their star wide out. Like Aiden O'Connell in Las Vegas is kind of doing the same thing. Like Devontae Adams is getting all kinds of targets because he's like, I know this guy's good. Like, I'm gonna just keep throwing to him, and it works. So
true.
I've seen that in the past where a backup just comes in. He's like, I don't know what else to do. I know this guy
number one.
Let's go. Like,
It's also Devontae Adams and not Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You probably throw that ball anywhere towards Devontae Adams, he'll catch it.
I don't think Garrett Wilson's really that far behind, truthfully.
Okay. Kenneth Walker is likely out for this Thursday against San Francisco. Aaron Jones, he left the game last week, so he's unlikely to play again this week versus Detroit. That's a Thursday game, so be up on that. The
Mhm.
Saints placed Michael Thomas on IR with a knee injury. Why didn't they do that last week while it was on bye? I don't understand.
Makes no sense.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Big injury to Mark Andrews.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna miss the rest of the year. I want to say it was like an ankle or something like that. It was bad for him. So
man, I feel. Remember we told that guy to keep Mark Andrews
right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
last week.
I thought about that
Uh,
exactly when it happened too. Yep.
When that happened, I was like, man, I forgot who that guy was, but I'm sorry. Oh man.
It
Oh,
happens. It happens, bro.
I almost went with the
Can't
other
predict
side.
these injuries. So.
I should have went with my natural instincts and traded away the guy I had bad bojo with. Yeah.
Yeah. The last one we got, Dawson Knox. He probably won't be returning this week. Maybe back after the bye in week 13. So still roll with Kincaid. Kincaid's been doing his thing. So that's good for everybody who invested in Kincaid. So
yeah.
Now we've got injured players. So of course, we've got guys that are going to be coming back from injury. Let's talk about these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
clicking the damn button and it didn't click.
I like it. I'll play it twice every week, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
So there's like 8 sounds that a Nintendo makes, and somehow they got all those damn like musical things out of it. Like every song that you can come up with from the NES is all like 8 different notes or something stupid. You ever notice that?
I mean, it wasn't much to them songs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So yep. Coming back. So Lamar Jackson, he did have like a little ankle injury this past week, but said he's back. He's good to go for week 12. Kyron Williams returned to practice Wednesday. And as a result, the team waived Darrell Henderson. So that was one of the guys that we were talking about rolling with. And so he's out. I wonder who's going to pick him up. CD Lamb, ankle injury, but shouldn't keep him out for Thursday. And DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett both dealing with some injuries, but they will most likely suit up, keep an eye on those guys. Same thing with Tyreek Hill. He had a hand injury, but that should not keep him out. He's got a game on Friday, so you may want to keep an eye on his practice reports there. And that brings us to our new hit segment where we pull up these players here. And one of them didn't add. What the hell going on? All right. Starting off.
You got to fire that guy.
We're starting off with Calvin Ridley. And we want to know if you're rolling with him or not this week. Well, for the rest of the year, right? So Calvin Ridley, he had a good game this past week. Let me get to his stats. Oh man, I had everything up and it's no longer up because I had to restart.
I got it right here. So 7 of 9 targets, 103 and a pair of touchdowns, and they gave him a carry and he got 18 yards on it. So 121 total yards, 7 receptions, a couple touchdowns. Yeah, man, balled out.
Yeah, I know, Tim, you mentioned him last week when comparing him to, I guess, Kirk. And so now he's done his thing. Or how do you feel about him?
I'm rolling with it.
Okay.
I'm keeping him on.
You feel good putting him in your lineup?
Well, I did not put him in my I own him in the big league. I did not put him in my lineup last week.
Okay.
So he went off on the bench over here. So that was depressing. So this week I got him at number 23.
Right.
Oh, overall. And going to my old tried, the strength of schedule, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tried and true strength of schedule. Let's see here. Oh, it's not looking too hot going into the playoffs. He's got a good week 16 and week 13, but everything else is crap. So,
do you agree with the ranking of him at 23 and Christian Kirk is at 18?
Is he at 18? No.
Mm-hmm. This is according to Fantasy Pros.
I got him. Kirk is ranked higher than Ridley this week. On
do
mine.
You agree with it though?
Oh wow, I don't agree with it.
Okay. All right, Kyle, what do you think?
I pulled this note up that I don't know what it is. So Jags wideout Zay Jones was back on the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's drawing coverage away from Ridley, and then Zay Jones has played 4 games, and Calvin Ridley has gone for over 103 out of those 4 games.
Oh,
so something to do with Zay Jones being in that lineup to where he's drawing coverage away from Calvin Ridley and getting him open. I mean, 3 out of the 4 games he's played, he's gone over 100 yards.
Okay.
Like there's something to do with the coverage they're running against the Jags with Zay Jones out there, but it definitely works. So you see Zay Jones on the field, something to be said about Calvin Ridley.
Okay. Good point there, Kyle. Good point.
Just weird. I just works out that way.
Mm-hmm. All right, next guy we got up, Jaylen Warren, the second running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And let's see, this past week, he got about 24 fantasy points, put up 129 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, added 16 yards in the passing game. We were talking about him taking away carries from Najee. We're seeing that happen. So what are you thinking about him, Tim? Jaylen Warren.
Oh man, strength of schedule is the 4th easiest.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, he is ranked as the 28th running back this week because I'm going to just assume because it's Pittsburgh, you know. But sometimes that new offensive coordinator comes in and it's like boom.
True, it could be a total change where that offensive coordinator doesn't like Jaylen Warren.
Yeah,
and it could be another thing where it's like, yo, Najee freaking sucks. You sit on the bench, and it's all Jaylen Warren.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Jaylen Warren's at 28 and Najee's at 31.
Yeah.
For projected this week. Like, so if you're starting a running back in Pittsburgh, you're starting Jaylen Warren. Is that what they're telling us?
But I only have a half point difference. Well, 0.8 points difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it is, depends on who you're enjoying the most. But
I mean, hell, if you had this decision right now, who would you start in your lineup, Jaylen Warren or Najee?
I'm going Warren.
What do you think?
I mean, Najee, I feel like is the safer,
Mm-hmm.
and Jaylen Warren's for sure boom or bust. How did he get his points last week? 75-yarder, without that broken play. I mean, it's not necessarily a broken play, but at the same time, take that one away. If that's just a carry for 5 yards, his day is completely different,
But he's an explosive runner. That's his thing.
So I think he's bust, and he could absolutely bust for you though.
Yeah.
He's also getting, I'm going to say, an average of 3 to 4, probably 4 targets a game right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty nice. A solid, extra. I'm going to say somewhere between 15 and 25 yards every game average, and it's a nice little extra. So
okay.
I don't disagree with it. He's boom or bust. But if I'm playing Jaylen Warren and I'm looking for some boom.
Yeah, for sure.
Some
you
boom boom
stars if you starting him. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to the lime section looking for some boom boom.
That's where they hang out.
I don't really know. Dang. They're in the limes.
They're really into limes. I'm telling you, I gotta get into the lime thing, bro.
I think
That's
they
what
like
I'm missing.
I think they like vegetables more than fruit. You know, vegetables have more of the right shape. You know, the cylinder shape. You know, versus round and stubby.
All right. The last one we're gonna talk about is Tommy DeVito. This is the quarterback now for the New York Giants. And can't believe we're talking about this, but last week, Tommy DeVito freaking won a game 31-19 over the Commanders.
Yeah.
And he scored 22 points, bro. Like 3 touchdowns in the air, 246 yards passing, added 7 yards rushing. I mean, it was a legit fantasy game there. So how do you feel about putting DeVito in the lineup? What you think, Joe?
Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, I like how I feel like I get all the hard questions. You know, these moments right here this is why I sit in the back of the class in school. All right, because I'm like hiding myself. Like, no, I don't know this one.
There's only 3 people in the class, Tim. Like, yeah.
I mean, you know, damn, Dale, what do you
coming
think?
to you eventually.
Shit. Oh man, I think it's gonna be sour, man.
Okay.
I just don't think his floor is gonna be there. I think he has a safety floor that's gonna really matter for me. I'm gonna say his floor is like 8-10 points, and we might have just seen his ceiling. What was that?
But his strength of schedule got to be pretty good, right?
His strength of schedule is kind of crap for me.
He plays in a horrible division.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But he's got New England coming up, then Green Bay, y'all. Well, sorry, New England bye week, Green Bay, y'all. Philly is nice for the quarterback position, but after that, championship week, he's going to get the Rams, another bad one. So, yeah, he's nothing but a streamer, and I would stream him week 16.
Okay, there we go.
This week, oh, by the way, was the worst ranked. This was his best matchup. So you're going to get. This is the best. Playing Washington, they're ranked 32nd. So that means they're at the very bottom, the easiest. Sorry, they're at the top, the 32nd on this list because they're the easiest to score points on. So we pretty much witnessed his ceiling this week.
Okay. All right, just to touch on some of the guys we talked about last week. Brandon Cooks, he had 6 fantasy points. Devin Singletary, he had 19 fantasy points. Brian Robinson Jr. had 18 fantasy points. So if you rolled with those guys, besides Cooks, you were pretty happy with the result for that. So,
by the way, did you see the Pat McAfee show about Tommy DeVito?
No. What today? What do you say about Tommy DeVito today?
I don't know when this was. It's on TikTok. I found it on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's on my news feed, my For You page. So they were like spotting DeVito's family. And I guess DeVito's a strong Italian name for mobsters or something.
Yeah, probably so.
And so like they were looking like their whole family looks like stereotypical monsters. It's the whole family. Then they were like, that uncle right there, he makes the best gravy, and they talk about like, spaghetti sauce gravy.
Right.
So like, they were like, oh dude, it was great. It was great. Look it up. It was fun.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's get into week 12 of the fantasy football season. But again, this is Thanksgiving Eve. And, we out here working. So there we go. Some
what
meat
is that?
we got on the smoker right now. We got 2 racks of ribs and we got like half of a brisket. Dude, we doing so.
This how you cook your ribs?
Got a rib rack, yeah.
Put them the other way, left and right.
What?
They're all like bent over. Look at them.
Yeah, I'm trying to fit it in here.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I'm trying to fit it in.
But you made
those
this.
racks. Those racks are like really, really small. But
I got you.
Yeah.
This yours though. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't come over enough to see your grill.
But we got the ribs on the bottom, got the brisket on top, and it's out there getting happy right now. Some smoke.
What's all these like little things? Are them cats?
Yeah. Cats.
Those are cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotta eat cats.
These little things at the top.
What the hell?
Y'all pay for it at Chinese restaurants. Y'all know y'all do. So.
Look, something about putting some meat on a stick makes it taste delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. It is what it is.
It does.
It is. All right, we're looking at the Little Rock Dynasty League.
Yes.
See, I'm on the top 9-2.
Damn, Dale.
Damn him.
No, I honestly don't like this winning streak I'm on because, like, I'm due a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, but yeah, we see good old Tim here on a 3-game losing streak.
I am on a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah.
But since
again,
you put the
stop helping Tim. Stop.
Once you put the stop sign up there, I'm now gonna stop losing because you said stop.
Stop helping Tim, y'all. Stop helping Tim.
All right. I'm gonna make the playoffs.
Of course you're gonna make the playoffs. Like look at the standings. You're gonna make the playoffs.
That's all that matters.
Like these weeks don't really matter. Honestly, they don't.
So who am I playing this week? Because you getting me.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter. It's gonna make the playoffs.
Look, it kind of makes me mad when you show these things and I'm like below you on the list. That's not cool.
I can only report the truth. Okay.
The truth.
Which brings me to this next slide.
Sound like CNN.
Where we're in the BS and Beer Dynasty League. We got Aaron on top at 8-3. And let's see, I'm 7-4. Kyle is 6-5.
Whoa.
And Tim down there 5-6.
Whoa.
2-game winning streak.
I did you a favor.
Oh, you did me a favor.
I did you a favor.
Okay.
All right, because I beat Gaysom for Taysom.
Oh, yeah, well, good. Great.
I beat him this week.
Good stuff, Tim.
All right.
Good stuff.
So you're welcome. You're my buddy, Dale. I do things for you sometimes.
Sure.
Sometimes I just, sometimes I feel like a nice guy.
Sure. Cool.
I'm struggling here.
But yeah. Struggling. Again, the peach shows up because Tim's team is booty. Okay. That's the way it goes, y'all. I'll help Tim out. He's gonna be down here. How it goes. All right.
This is strictly because I started losing when Achan went on IR.
I mean, look, injury's part of the game, Tim. It's part of the game.
I got you. I got you.
You sound like some Saints fans. Oh, we're so injured. Shut up.
That does sound like us, actually. Yeah.
Shut up. Part of the game. And the last one. Yeah, of course.
You know what?
Redraft league.
You know what? I went and did my Yahoo Pick'em League right when the show was starting. I was like looking at my other screen because I didn't want to be brought up on some crap. And I forgot about this league still. This is damn it.
Yes, the redraft league. I am 8-3. Kyle is at 8-3 as well. Whoever Archangel is. Who's Archangel? I forgot. I think that's Tomas. I think it's Tomas.
Yeah,
it's Tomas. Tomas is 8-3. Y'all check out Tomas on the Beer Chaser after the Saints game. Nice guy.
Hey, look, I beat Kyle.
Oh, good.
If I would not have beat Kyle, he'd be in number 1 spot right now, Dale.
That's true. So you're helping out Dale again.
I know.
Hell? Maybe you are friends.
I am such a good friend to you. Look, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 1 and 10. 1 and Tim. 1 and Tim. That's what he is. That's right. Shout out to Oscar the Grouch. That's you should change your logo to Tim. Oscar the Grouch.
That's funny. Because
I like
this is
that.
an
1
inside.
and 10. That's a new name right there.
This is an inside joke too, because I used to draw like a shitty trash can with my on the screenshot, and I'd be like circle somebody's team and put them all in the trash can.
Yep, you sure did. You sure did.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So now we've done all of that. Let's get in to our weekly matchups. Here we go.
And now
that's not the what I'm supposed to be doing first.
Wait.
I forgot. Okay. Sorry. I didn't look at the show notes. So
I
there we
was
go.
promised the segment, please.
Yes.
Promise my time to shine.
You are doing a segment, and it's coming up now.
Bow. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
Kyle's killer defense.
Bow.
My bad, Kyle. My bad. We are going to be talking about some defense. And last week, Kyle, you gave us Pittsburgh and Washington for week 11. Pittsburgh got us 8 standard points, and Washington got us 11 standard points. So what do you got for us this week?
Yeah, that was crazy to see Washington getting scored on. And then you see at the end of the game, and you're like, what the hell? They got 11 points? It's because they sacked Tommy DeVito 9 times.
Yes.
Oh, man. Crazy stuff. But 8 points is what we're looking at. So it's a win-win. This week I was watching Denver, and I'm really like kind of feeling what they're I'm picking up what they're putting down, if you know what I'm saying. Last 3 games, all against playoff teams, Kansas City, Buffalo, Minnesota. They only have 5 sacks in those games, but they came up with 12 turnovers. So they're averaging almost 11 points a game, and that's like phenomenal. And that's exactly what we're looking for. The Broncos are actually on a 4-game win streak. So they're playing hot, they're ready to win. And this week they're playing a backup quarterback at home in the middle of like a playoff push. So what I'm looking for is them to come out all fired up, get the dub. It's Cleveland, they won last week, but Cleveland on offense is really not looking so hot. So look out for Denver, pick them up. And the other one, I can't believe I'm saying it. The New York Giants, man, the G-men. Honest to God, what a difference like 1 week matters. So going from like a -8 fantasy performance, they just get slacked by the Cowboys. The Cowboys are hot. They're a great team. I get that. They put up 49 points on the Giants, just absolutely whacked them. And how do they respond? They come back the next week. They get 4 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries, 3 interceptions. They take one of those back to the house for a touchdown, and they end up with a 19-point fantasy performance, which is outstanding and no one saw coming. Not me, not anybody. I did not want to pick up the Giants. But now I'm thinking this is looking hot. Now they're playing New England. And as of today's Wednesday, they're still, practicing. New England's they're splitting their first team reps. They have Bailey Zapp and Mac Jones splitting reps in practice.
Yeah.
So they don't even know who they're playing. So let's throw that in there just to, point that out.
Good point.
And this is Giants Patriots. I don't know, like if we have like some, actual football fans, but anybody knows Giants Pats, that's historic, man. That's Brady Manning. I know it's not the same when you have DeVito and you have
question mark at quarterback.
Not the same, but it's still that rivalry. So I'm really kind of seeing this, maybe not a 19-point performance like last week, but dude, I would say look out for the Giants. So let's go Denver and let's go New York G-Men.
I'm feeling this, Kyle. Like this makes a lot of sense.
It's logical, right? Like I'm just thinking, like from just looking from the outside. This is what we got. There are teams that are on the waiver wire that the waiver wire came and passed, and they're still just sitting there for people to pick up. So If you got somebody else to roll with, great, good for you. But if not, if you streaming, go ahead and do it.
Yep. I like it, Kyle. I like it a lot. So, Tim, I hope you're ready. Let's get into some Timmy's tips.
It's time for Timmy's tips.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
Right, Tim, what you got for us today, man?
I like having my seatbelt on in that picture. I feel very safe every time I see myself in that picture.
Good. You remember you sent that selfie. Remember that.
I did. So I'm doing something different this week. All right. I'm totally different than what we've been doing in the past. But I'm doing DFS DraftKings Spotlight.
Nice. Ooh. I love this. I'm so excited right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm pretty sure all these are tomorrow's games. So even better. All right.
Yep.
First part is I'm picking Dak Prescott, my number one pick, at 6,800 versus Washington. Dallas team, their implied total is 30 plus points right now. So it's a good week to play Dak. And there's more. I had more stuff written here, but I'm trying to keep it all short because there's a lot of people here. I only picked the top two that I had. And my next one was golf against Green Bay. I don't like saying this because it's my team. But yeah, I like Goff, not in cash games, but in tournaments. He's interesting because most people are going to be playing Dak, and Goff would be my second choice if you want to do what do they call it, shadow, or what do they call that? Whenever you pick the like second best dude because you know everybody else is going to pick the
like a teaser kind of.
Yeah, and you pick because most people are going to pick the guy that's slated to have the most points. So you get like a guy that's like ranked 2 or 3 because you know majority of the people are going to pick that guy, and then you end up scoring more points overall because your guy might have gone off instead of that guy in tournament play. So at running back, this is a push right here, but CMC for 8,700, and that's mostly because we had a price drop. It was a Black Friday deal. Yeah, we didn't know that was coming. All right. He was 9,300 earlier in the week, and so he's got an awesome spot against the Seahawks, who ranked 30th and earned points against. So he's going to looks pretty good. Seahawks been ranked 30th since week 6, so CMC looks pretty good. And there was talk about running a triple stack here: CMC, Purdy, and one of the receivers from San Francisco, in order to like maximize all your points. So might be something you're interested in too. The next one is the tandem of Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery. All right. And against Green Bay. I'm picking Lions. Why am I picking Lions players? It sounds bad. So
Tim is picking the Lions over Green Bay, y'all.
I'm not. That's bad. It's like Dale being a Falcons fan all of a sudden. So
hell no,
which he is. If I had to choose one for cash games, I like Gibbs better, but for tournament games, I like Montgomery on that side. That's why I put those two there. So, and then we got wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, 8,700 against Washington. CD got the cover boy treatment, and probably knows where I'm going with this. He's in a absolute smash spotlight against the league's worst secondary. So yeah.
Like that.
And here's another one we don't want to pick. Is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Man,
against Green Bay.
Real good, man.
Dude, this guy. You can pay 200 more because Amon-Ra is 8,500 right now and CeeDee Lamb's 8,700. You can pay 200 more and get CeeDee Lamb, but would you prefer Lamb in cash games? But St. Brown's a great great pick for tournament games also, because a lot of people are going to be picking CeeDee Lamb. And sometimes you want to go against the flow to win. Tight ends, Kittle. He's not a play for cash games. He's a good play for tournament games again. He's third in the league in yards per game, behind only Kelsey and Hawkinson, because we love Hawkinson.
You need me to say it every time? Anytime we bring up TJ Hawkinson, you want me to say, "Oh, we love Hawk."
Something still makes me giggle about stupid jokes. All right, third grade. So, but Kittle's numbers against Seattle over previous years have been crazy. So, I don't really believe in those kind of stats, but they.
I don't know, man. Like those division games, like teams just have like these game plans versus divisional opponents, right? And they stick with them.
Yeah. So here's another one. We got another tight end. We got Jake Ferguson. All right, that's Kyle's boy, isn't it? Was that your boy?
I was saying Ferguson is taking away targets from everybody else. They got this great group of wideouts, But Dak just loves those like mid-range tight ends. Like last year with Schultz, and this year he's trying to force it into Ferguson.
Yep.
I mean, he's not a bad play. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, if he's playing cash games, it's Ferguson. He's second on the team in end zone targets over the last 4 games, only behind CeeDee Lamb. In that sample, he's seeing 17% target share overall. And then for defense, we got Dallas Cowboys at 3,800 versus Washington. Since week 6, Dallas ranked 7th in earned points average per dropback and 7th in pressure rate for tournament. Differentiate lineup in other spots, as Dallas is certainly going to be the most heavily rostered in this 3-game slate tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
But if the other option, yeah, it does. It does to not take the popular pick sometimes. Yeah. But San Francisco, Geno is banged up on a short week as a 7-point underdog. If Seattle falls behind, the Niners could really get after Geno because he's got that ankle, right? The ankle?
No, it was an elbow.
Yeah.
An elbow.
I mean, he was able to come in and do that last drive and get him in range just to miss the field goal. But no, I mean, he didn't look like his arm was falling off. So
he could play. I mean, yeah. I mean,
there.
Your arm's not falling off. You should be out there.
Yeah, he's fine. Rub some dirt on it, bro.
Gosh.
The backup quarterback shouldn't be that bad. Should be able to finish the damn game for you.
With so many talented pass rushers, though, San Francisco is just looking good, man. Yeah. So that's it, man. Ready to go with DFS DraftKings Spotlight, baby.
I like it, Tim. Definitely, I'm expecting to see a lot of sacks from the Cowboys. Because how many sacks did the Giants have against Washington again, Kyle?
9.
Yeah.
9 of them.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen again. So
Hal's running for his life.
Right. Exactly. So
he's like Slimer on Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah. All right. Now, according to the sheet, this is the next segment.
And now, let's look at this week's matchup.
That's right. We're going to pick some games.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some matchups. But first, let's look at the pick 'em. That's right, Tim.
Yeah.
Let's look at Tim suck again.
Damn.
It's like what, 3 out of the 4 results we show, like it shows Tim sucks. You know,
I'm tired of this. It's motivational. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dale. It just, yeah. Look, when Craig comes up here to Arkansas to kick my butt, I'm going to show him where your house is. Craig, but first, this is Dale's house.
All right, leading the pack here, Mr. Chow. You know what? Like both of the ladies that's in like the top 6 here, they hit me up was like, "Hey, this thing ain't calculating right because I picked this team to win and they won and they didn't win."
Oh,
they didn't understand the whole the point spread thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you talking about all people in the top 6?
No, I said 2 of the ladies in the top 6.
Oh,
yeah.
So they're all top 6 are ladies, and there's just 2.
There's just 2 of them in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rammer Jammer and Boo Bear Wins are the 2 ladies.
Okay.
The top 6.
Damn.
Yeah, we suck. We suck.
We do suck.
No, you guys suck. I'm in top 3. Okay.
You're still getting beat.
He's
You're
there.
still getting beat by 1. So
damn you, Chow. I hate you, Chow.
I don't know what a Rammer Jammer is, but you're definitely getting beat by it.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just saying, you know.
So yep, Kyle number 3 in this league. Dave's still up there in the top 5. What the hell, man? My guy Rob 22278 in the building. Craig number 7. Can't believe that either.
Yeah, he's moving up, man. Damn.
Right.
Yeah.
B Train number 8. Shout out to my guy the Queefers number 10. Tomas number 11. And I'm number 12. And down there number 16 is Tim. Yeah, that's where you belong, Tim.
So look, man, this is what I equate pick'em leagues to. All right. All right. It's
because you can't trade with somebody and they give you their best player so you can win.
Yeah. That's my whole strategy. You got me.
Whole strategy. Thank you. Thank you for admitting it. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm crying. Look, it's like taking a chick to the horse races and she's making all these like bets because the horse sounds good, you know, or
if
know,
it
or
works, it works.
She's
That's
like,
all
oh
you
my-
need to do is win. That's it.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God, pink is my favorite color, you know, and like, you know,
maybe you need to talk to them about their methods, Tim, because what you've been doing ain't working, bro. So you probably want to talk to some of these ladies about the colors, okay?
Look, first, I'm going to ask Rammer Jammer what that is. What does this mean? Because whoever she is, I'm not interested in dating her. I don't know what she's into. I'm sorry. Don't ever tell us who she is, Dale. I'll be like embarrassed.
He's interested in ramming and jamming.
There you go. There you go, Tim.
Damn. One thing I'm good at is pissing off ladies.
Oh man. All right, let's start with a question here from Daniel. It says, who would you start? DK Metcalf and Chase. Well, how would you start? Where did I get that from?
No.
Who do you think? Well, who do DK and Chase for AJ Brown or Chase for Adam? I don't really understand.
For Adam.
What would you do, maybe? DK
what would you do?
Chase?
DK and Chase for AJ Brown. Jamar Chase?
No, that's
Gotta be
No.
Chase.
That's ridiculous. No.
Or Chase for Adams. I'd
Chase
probably
for Adams with the injury to Burrow.
Yeah, I do Chase for Adams now.
Mhm.
Not in Dynasty though. Yeah.
Not in Dynasty.
Aiden O'Connell.
So yeah, I do both of those trades. Well, DK and Chase for AJ Brown. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I ain't doing
He had a 1 catch for 8 yards last night. Jesus. Or 2 nights ago. Whatever.
But straight up one on one, yeah, I'd probably go ahead for Adams and for AJ Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next question. From Kava. Let's see what two sides should start in my flex RB2 spot. You got Brian Robinson, Derrick Henry, Mostert or Charbonnet. Charbonnet probably gonna get all the work because of the injury to Walker. So, and then his quarterback situation is iffy. So maybe he's gonna get more work.
His team is playing San Francisco, so
true.
Brian Robinson against Dallas, so that's another horrible matchup.
Yep, I think it's gonna be in a negative game script.
I got Henry against Carolina, number 1.
I would never want to sit Derrick Henry in my life. I don't have him on any of my teams, but if I did, I swear to God, he would never sit on my bench if he was playing. Even if he had one arm, one leg, no, man.
It's still attached. You can play.
As long as you got them dreads. I was at the week 1 game in New Orleans. Me and Cassandra saw her first game. She's like, "Oh my God, who the hell is that?" I said, "That's Derrick Henry. That's a freaking Martian from outer space coming to play our team." Thank God we got away with the dub because, man, he's a cyborg, I swear.
Yep.
So I got Derrick Henry at 14.3 points and Mostert at 13.5. Brian Robinson at 11.9 and Charbonnet at 11.3. So
I'd probably go Mostert.
Henry and Mostert.
Mostert against the Jets?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Miami against the Jets. Jets are all kinds of – I know their defense is,
Mostert's questionable, too.
Just got slacked by Buffalo. I watched the game. It was awful. Cook was getting points on the ground. They were able to move the ball like with ease. It was not good. I have little faith in the Jets defense as of late. I feel like, the worse their offense gets, the more they're stuck on the field and the more they're just, and they're tired, man. They're just tired. They're flat out tired of their offense going 3 and out, and they're back out there, and it's, it's looking like it's affecting them. So
yeah, it might be why they had that change of quarterback then.
They need something on offense, man. Get them off the field.
I really thought Rodgers might have had something to do with it. Like Rodgers gave up on Wilson.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Who knows? Okay, we got one more here.
Hey, Cal,
would you?
Cal, you still got your buddy around there with you?
Raymond?
Your buddy Jim? Bing. Because I got the bird dog, baby.
Oh yeah, I put it in my glass and it says "Happy Life." Cassandra's got a happy wife one.
All right.
Yeah, I put 2 shots in and put the rest of my Coke in. So I got you right here.
Hey,
There we go.
boom.
All right, the next question we got. Would you rather have Pittman, who has high targets for sure, or Devonta Smith, who has the easiest wide receiver playoff schedule?
Oh, for the rest of the year.
Tim, can we back that up?
You see, he got offered Devonta and Downs for Pittman.
What?
Oh, Devonta and Downs for Pittman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm taking that in a heartbeat.
I'm gonna give me a second here.
Yeah, I know Tim's got the old schedule.
I do.
I just want to throw it out there that I would take Devonta Smith over Pittman. I would take that straight up.
I don't know about that, Kyle.
I mean, we all watched the game last night, right?
Yeah.
All I keep saying last night, man. It was 2 nights ago. It was Monday night. Jesus. No, Devonta Smith led the team in targets. He was a yard shy of having like an even bigger, he would have had that extra 6 points for you. And AJ Brown sitting there just absolutely locked up with L'Jarius Sneed. Smith seems like he's kind of getting back in his groove. In a game where your quarterback can only throw for like 150 yards and you come up with I think it was, I got it right here, 6 of 8 targets for 99 yards. So if your quarterback's only able to throw for 150 yards and you're pulling out 99 of them, you guys are kind of getting in some kind of a rhythm. AJ Brown was a non-factor. So I feel like the vibe has kind of changed. They're able to do more of what they did last year, where they're both getting points. They're both kind of, getting the ball spread out. And Devontae Smith, man, he's that deep threat. So I would take him straight up with Pittman. That's too easy for me.
So I'm crunching this, just saying the strength of schedule part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the if I'm not in the position, the Colts have the better playoff and the better week 1 schedule for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm in a position where I need to make the playoffs, it's undecided, or I'm on the line, then I'm gonna stick with Pittman.
Okay.
But the Eagles have a much better playoff schedule.
Okay.
Pittman has a hard playoff schedule, but I mean, we're just trying to make the playoffs. If you're trying to just make the playoffs, then I would keep Pittman. But Devonta Smith definitely has like a great a great playoff schedule. So let's see here.
There we go. All right. Appreciate you, Nino, for dropping the question there and the like and sub. We appreciate that, of course.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to our first matchup of the night. We've got Jacksonville at Houston. Jacksonville is a 1.5 point road favorite. The total for this game is 48.5. Tim, we're going to start on a Jacksonville side. Trevor Lawrence, he was on top of things last week. He's actually going to be our featured athlete on our cover art this week. So yeah, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah,
ours.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ours.
We have art.
Yeah. Shout out to the intern.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the intern be getting busy.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. You know who he reminds me of?
Who's that?
The people's quarterback. People's champion. Or who is that? Who is that? The
people's quarterback?
Blaine Gabbert.
Oh, you're talking about the Real American.
Yeah, there it is. The people's champion. That's what I kept thinking about. Hey, look, this bird dog shot's catching on me here. I'm working on margarita number 3. I just took a double shot with Kyle. I
was thinking Sunshine from Remember the Titans, man. Comes in with that long blonde hair.
Yeah.
You make him shave it off, and then he comes out and he's a badass, and he takes him all the way to state.
There we go.
That was Trevor Lawrence. Yep. That was him.
That's right. All right. He is ranked QB 11. Completed 24-32 for 262, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, added 17 yards and 5 carries on the ground there. So a pretty good outing there for Lawrence, because he followed up the game from his worst performance of the year. So definitely a good sign there, but it kind of brings me to now who's the top target here, because we've had a real good game from Calvin Ridley we talked about earlier, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, and we've got Zay Jones coming in. He's drawing coverage away from Ridley and everything. We still got Christian Kirk out there. He's ranked wide receiver 19. He only had 6 targets, caught 3 of them, 48 yards. It's been a bit of a roller coaster with him, but I think that's to be expected, because I never really expected him to be the top target in Jacksonville. But, I mean, he's been producing more than I thought he would. What do you think here about Jacksonville, and who's going to be your top target getter out there?
My top target rammer jammer getter.
Yeah,
is going to be is gonna be. That's all I can think about when he said getter.
Right.
I'm gonna start adding words that don't even matter together. Rammer, jammer, getter, dropper, popper. You got me drinking.
Right.
So, man, look, dude, I think Target's probably going to go to Christian Kirk. but Ridley's probably going to outwork him.
Okay.
I think Ridley's going to get more points fantasy wise overall.
Mhm.
So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think Ridley's still kicking butt, taking names, doing all the things. That's why I picked him up. Free agency. He was free.
Yeah.
I like free money. I'm going to trade him away.
Yeah. You're probably gonna trade him to the guy that dropped him because
That's right. I selling ice blocks to an Eskimo.
Yep.
Jeez.
He does.
There you go.
Tell me what you think about with Travis Etienne this week. I think he had like a couple down weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So right now he's ranked the RB2, and so fantasy pros think for sure he's going to bounce back. Do you see a bounce back?
I believe in him. That's why I remember I traded for him from you. Remember that? Yeah, thank you.
We talk about it every week.
Every week, and so yeah, I think he's going to bounce back. It's also Doug Peterson's offense. He's actually a pretty damn good coach.
Yep. To
take the Jacksonville Jaguars from like nothing into something. So
yeah. I mean, look, you had to be better than Urban Meyer, though. Urban Meyer didn't care. So,
yeah.
You just need a little bit of warmth and care, and boom.
He's too busy ramming, jamming, getting interns
That's right.
or whatever he was doing. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the Houston side here, Kyle. CJ Stroud. He's ranked QB6, completed 27 to 37 for 336, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. And that was the most interceptions he's thrown in any game so far in his entire career, Kyle. Okay. This was a guy I started before Dak last week in my fantasy league, and we kind of mentioned this last week that I was thinking about doing it. I pulled the trigger and I did it. It worked out okay because last week, let me look at my scores here. He scored 24 points. Dak Prescott also scored 24. Justin Fields also scored 24 points.
Oh God. Yeah, we're not talking about the Bears right now.
But
we don't want to upset Tim.
Yeah, my number one guy was Justin Herbert, who scored 32 points. I should have started him, but I'm fine with the 24 points I got from Stroud. And to me, like, is this his floor now? Because this is the worst game he had so far this year.
Yeah. And a 24-point performance, if that's your floor, like, good God.
Right.
I still don't understand how in the world you have all 4 of those guys on one team. It still blows my mind. So let's just move past it. Yeah, I mean, those 3 interceptions, like, it was kind of just one of those games, kind of the game flow. But 300 yards in 3 straight is what we're looking at. Like he's kind of like hit his stride and he's not looking back. So, I mean, it's over for me. Like he's a starter, for the teams that don't have 4 quarterbacks that you can start, like
Dale's team.
Like the teams that are streaming or like have like maybe 1, maybe 2 quarterbacks. Yeah. Like just absolutely keep rolling with him. Like the 3 interceptions, that's going to happen. But like y'all saw what he said. It was something like, I'm gonna keep shooting. I'm gonna keep shooting. Like shooters are gonna shoot. Like Kobe mentality. Like I love that. Like that's exactly what we want to hear. This is a fantasy football podcast. Say more shit like that, and
Can he call Derek Carr?
Oh God,
because we need the car to shoot too.
I mean. Yeah, Carr needs to stop checking down, first off.
You saw when Jameis got in. Hey, he was slinging, baby.
He was slinging it, but like a couple of his interceptions were like, God damn, what the hell were you doing?
Yeah, that's the problem with him. Yep.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I can complain about Jameis and Carr later. The Saints quarterback situation is still awful. But the quarterback situation in Houston is not awful. Yep. God damn it, Carolina missed. They missed so bad. They absolutely shot it. They picked Jamarcus Russell when they could have had, like, I don't know, Patrick Mahomes, something like that.
Oh, man. Look, Tank Dell was another guy we talked about. He's ranked wide receiver 15.
Yeah.
Is another guy you basically could have got for free.
You could have.
In a lot of states, or pretty low in the draft. He caught 8 of 10 of his targets, 149 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, awesome connection with Stroud. We would love to see this more in the future. The other one is Schultz. He caught 2 passes, 32 yards, but he caught that touchdown. And if you got a tight end that catches the touchdown, you're loving life, right?
Loving life. That's all you need. Did y'all see the play he had, the touchdown he had?
No, I missed it.
He catches it on like the 3-yard line. He falls down. He just slides in the end zone backwards.
Yeah.
And the defender actually jumped over him to avoid contact.
Oh, dude.
What? Yeah,
it's so crazy. That should have been a catch. He should have ended up with like 2 or 3 targets for 30 yards and no touchdowns, but he ended up with like 32 yards and the touchdown because the defender legit jumps over him.
Damn.
I didn't understand this.
He literally catches it. He falls down and he slides. You got to be down by contact, man. The defender jumps over him to avoid him. So he slides into the end zone and scores.
It's like
the 1 or 2 yard line. Yeah.
Like a quarterback or whatever. He was trying to avoid him like a quarterback. That's what that is.
Yeah. So. But, who knows? He could have, the next play he could have caught for a touchdown and then, had an extra point for the reception. So I'm not going to slight him. Like, right place, right time. And he's been in that right place. So I'm still rolling with Schultz. I'm really liking it.
Yep. We got a comment from my guy too. Can the Texans beat the Jags again? Think the Jags can pull it out. They can go down to this team. They can't go down to this team twice. Crazy. I thought this was the Jags division and no one was going to challenge them. But shout out to Houston. Yep. We
all thought the same thing as you, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They're definitely making it a division there, a challenge. So yeah. For sure.
They could be in first place after this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Houston because I'm good at pulling out too.
I don't know, Tim. You got 2.
Yeah, multiple children. So.
Hey, look, we're going off the percentages around here. The percentage is extremely low. 2 is 7. I love it. Yeah.
All right. Let's pick this game, man. We've got Jacksonville going to Houston. Jacksonville 1.5 point favorite. Tim, who you got?
I got Houston, baby.
All right.
I'm taking it. Houston. I think Houston's going to have a great game, and they got the extra points over there. So,
yeah,
I'm rolling with CJ Stroud right now. I can't bet against this guy.
All right, Kyle, what you think?
Yeah, honestly, I was feeling Jacksonville. It's just the more and more you think, like, let's throw in the fact that it's at Houston, throw in the fact that there's that extra point, like Tim's saying, everything that's going on in Houston, man. And they did. He brought it up, man. Yeah. Houston beat them the first time around. So they got the recipe. Let's do it again. Let's go, Houston.
They got the recipe. Yeah.
Right. All right. All right. Well, hey, I guess we're gonna make that 3 in a row because I'm picking Houston too. Everybody, get your glass up and let's drink it. Let's go.
Love it. Love it.
All right. The next game we've got is Buffalo at Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a 3.5 point favorite. The total is 48.5. Kyle, let's start with Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, QB1, completed 14 of 22, 150, interception. He added 29 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns due to the tush push or brotherly shove, whatever you want to call it.
The QB sneak, man. It's all the same shit.
So this is like the first time all season he hasn't thrown a touchdown. But he also took 5 sacks in this game.
Mm-hmm.
That is a concern with him dealing with that knee injury and stuff. Maybe just still not 100% yet, but he's gonna push through. AJ Brown finally had a dud of a game. He's ranked the wide receiver 2. He caught 1 of 4 for 8 yards. He had Snead on him all night, which was a good matchup. You want to see your top corner go up against the top guy on their side. And maybe that's the reason why we saw Devonta Smith get so involved last game. He caught 6 of 8, 99 yards. This week he comes in at the wide receiver 17. But it does show like Hurts is not going to lock on to one guy. He's been throwing to AJ Brown all year. Yeah. And when he was double covered or whatever, he found Devonta Smith. So what do you think you're going to see this weekend from the Eagles, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, that just kind of shows you, like, you lock down their number one and they're still going to find a way to get the ball other places. Because L'Jarius Sneed absolutely, like, 1,000%. Like, you've seen his stat lines. He's played against some of the best wideouts in the league, and he's still coming up and shutting them out. Real quick, I do have to give a shout out to DeAndre Swift, man.
Oh yeah,
that dude, like, he is a huge reason I went 7-0 last week. I needed like 16.5, 17 points in the Sports Talk with Friends League. So shout out to Swift, man. He has been like, that first game he came out and had like a 3-yard performance, something awful, and then he came out, and started rolling, started getting hot. So shout out to him and everything they're doing on the ground. This Eagles offense, like, they still, I was so expecting that hangover, like that typical, like, you get all the way to the Super Bowl and then you come out and you come up short, and then the next year you're just, it's not the same. Like, you lose a lot of guys to free agency, this and that, all kinds of stuff that happens. And like, they have been one of those teams, they're sitting at 9-1. And they just beat the Chiefs to kind of get their little, revenge, their swagger back. Man, like, everything that's going on with their offense, like, even when your star wideout, gets shut out for a catch, for 8 yards, you find a way, you come up, Hurts gets a couple on the ground, keeps the offense going, keeps it moving. Like this, I don't think they can be stopped right now. They're like that whole package to me. Like, the Eagles have that, and they might be the best team in the league right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just looking at facts, man. So, shout out to Swift, shout out to that offense, like, keeping it moving, keeping it rolling, and thank you for the dub, Swift. I appreciate you.
Yeah, look, I left him for dead once he went to the Eagles. I thought for sure. I honestly thought Penny was going to be the starting running back here. That's what I thought before the season.
Man,
I thought Penny was going to beat out everybody. He was going to be the starting running back. So I was totally wrong about Swift altogether. So
Swift had like 12 carries, and it was Gainwell had, I think, 3.
Yeah,
and Boston Scott had 1. So it's like, that's that dude. He is that dude. He came in. It wasn't just like, because Detroit, they're churning out running backs. Mm-hmm. Whatever's going on up there, like, they are making, running backs, and they are just churning them out, like, whoever it is.
Making running backs great again.
They really, that is the slogan of Detroit as of right now. If you're a Detroit Lion and you're a running back, man, good for you.
Dan Campbell's looking like a genius, dude.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, from the way he talks and stuff like that, I didn't think he was going to be this good of a coach. Just being real.
I mean, you heard him biting off kneecaps and this, and it's like
everything's man.
It's wild, but,
he talks like the Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
come on, man. Everything's man at the end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the Buffalo side here, Tim. Josh Allen, I threw some shade his way the week before because of that game he had versus the Broncos. He looked like crap, but he bounced back. He did his thing, and I have to shut up right now. So he is ranked the QB3. He completed 20 of 32 for 275, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 15 yards on the ground. A good bounce back. I can't say anything bad about him this week. We'll see if he can continue this thing. James Cook, the running back for Buffalo, he's ranked RB 30, and he had a few good runs last week. He carried the ball 17 times, 73 yards, added 3 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. I thought he had a pretty productive game, finding the end zone for the first time since week 7. And then getting more touches than Latavius Murray. That's always a welcome sight for, fantasy owners if you got Cook on your team. So we did see Dalton Kincaid keep up his production, 6 of 7 targets. He got 46 yards. He didn't fall into the end zone this week, but he still put up some decent fantasy points for you at tight end. Talk to me about Buffalo, Tim.
Look, man, they just fired their offensive coordinator.
They did. They got that good bump, and then
you get
Allen looked good.
yeah. You break up with him, you start dating somebody new. You get that bump all of a sudden. You just got to make sure the second one's hotter than the first one.
You definitely want to make sure they get hotter.
There you go. Yeah,
you don't want to go backwards.
Yep, you cannot. You can't slide.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think they're continue on here, and they're also playing Philly.
Yeah,
Philly's a great team all around. This is like ridiculous.
But I think it's gonna encourage a more higher scoring game.
Yeah,
you got to score with them. So
yeah,
yep. Do you think we'll see Stephon Diggs bounce back here? He's ranked the wide receiver 4. He got 4 catches, 27 yards.
So there was talk that there was some issue between Diggs and Allen, like last week or the week before last.
Okay. He's always, pretty, boisterous or whatever on the sideline. You start seeing him talking crap and stuff. So
he's a diva.
Yeah, he is. He's one of those guys. Yeah.
That's why he had to leave Minnesota because he's a diva.
Mm-hmm.
And now if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, he's going to be like blaming everybody else. That's what divas do.
That's what they do.
Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was his brother. y'all saw him take to Twitter and say, you got to get out of there, fam. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, get up out. It's like,
right.
Like, do you think you're helping the situation by doing that?
Right. Exactly.
Do you think that's gonna do anything positive whatsoever? No, man. It's just gonna create more chaos.
Yep.
And gonna just be more of a distraction. Like, dog, while he's sitting up there with an ACL tear, like he's not even playing. He's just sitting there on Twitter, talking about. It's like, dude, come on now.
That's right.
If you're gonna bring the prime attitude, you better bring the prime game.
That's true.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah. Right. Back it up, baby. Back it up.
Yeah.
All right, let's pick this game. Buffalo at Philadelphia. Philadelphia 3.5-point favorite. Kyle, who you got?
I honestly God think Buffalo can play with anybody in the league. I think they kind of like, in a way that they do play like up or down to their competition. They're one of those teams. Like last week, they had they dominated the Jets, but let's be real. Anybody could probably do that right now. I feel like Buffalo can play with anybody, so that 3 points kind of intrigues me. But Philly is the best team in the league to me.
Yep.
Like the record kind of proves it. It backs it up. They just went in and they beat the defending champs. Got some, got that little revenge. Got the swagger. So give me Philly at home with the 3 points. Yeah.
All right.
They're -3.
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
cover. They'll win
Okay.
by like 6, 7.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. What you think, Tim?
Dude. I'm going with Kyle.
All right.
Philly,
That's right.
Philly -3. I just feel like they're going to do better, and Buffalo's got to play up to Philly, and Philly's the one walking in being the better team at home.
Yep. All right. Everybody, get your glass up because I'm picking Philly too.
My
Oh,
Happy life.
let's
Happy
drink
life.
up. Yep, I'm with you, man. I think Philly's gonna be the best team in the league right now. So I think Buffalo's gonna fall back off. That's what I think. So
Can't fall off because they're due.
they're due. They're due.
They're due
Damn
to
right,
fall
Tim.
off.
Due. Damn right. All right.
If you think that all of our sound effects are going through a very small fan, you're probably correct.
All right, the big game of the week. New Orleans at Atlanta. Atlanta somehow is a 1-point favorite. 42 points is the total.
Oh,
Tim, we're coming to you first. We're going to talk about these stupid dirty birds.
me and you, because we're Dirty Bird fans today.
No,
No,
you can be. It would just make me hate you more, which is fine with me.
dude, I've been helping you out all week. Kyle had his stellar week, and I've been like beating everybody and helping you like get up to the top of the leagues in every league we're in. I've been beating people. That's according to plan. You know, remember that?
You keep beating them, then, Tim.
All right.
Oh man. Speaking of him, Kyle Pitts, him. You love him. He's a tight end 14. He caught 3 passes, 30 yards. He got 5 targets actually. And he led the team. Like that's amazing.
That's terrible. So look, this is the way I place like players. All right. So Kyle Pitts is supposed to be like up there on the dynasty rankings. He is on everybody's dynasty rankings. He's like ranked top 3, top 4 tight end. But if your league has 12 teams, you want somebody who's ranked as far as tight end goes in the top 12 every week, if that makes sense. Because if you got somebody below 12, then it's implied that your starting guy is weaker than somebody's bench dude, you know? And so when I see these kind of things, it makes me upset for being a Kyle Pitts owner.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's rough. It's rough for sure.
Tough. But Atlanta as a whole, man, I'm glad they're in your division, and they're even though they're set up to win, they're picked to win this week with the -1. But I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like that. So
yeah. Look, if fantasy managers everywhere want this coach to get fired, Arthur Smith, because he's not using the weapons that we've got on our fantasy teams the correct way. He was pretty much pressured into using Bijan Robinson last week.
Yeah.
He's ranked RB 15. Last week he had 95 yards and a touchdown on 22 attempts. He added 1 reception for 11 yards on 2 targets. So this is what we've been waiting for. Finally getting some volume, but it had to come from threats from the owner, just about to get these guys on the field. So hopefully we can see these same threats come through for Drake London and Kyle Pitts as well to help pull these guys out of the mud and make some fantasy owners happy. So
I saw a whole bunch of memes about them saying that like Ritter is their quarterback of the future.
Yeah, he's back to Ritter.
I mean,
he's gonna start him for sure.
Yeah,
I don't honestly think it makes a difference at quarterback. You just gotta start calling plays and talk to your quarterback and tell him, hey, throw the ball to the weapons.
You got to design plays. You got to design plays because the weapons are good. The
Yeah,
weapons
like-
are good.
I gotta imagine you got design plays already. Like if he got a job at a head coach without designing proper plays, like we got a real problem here, you know. So I assume he already has the playbook. He's not calling for the right guys. He's just running plays for Rudy Poo guy. That's how I look at it.
You just really sound like a Falcons fan to me right now.
Well, why do I sound like a Falcons?
Because you're like defending this dude, you know?
No, I'm saying I'm hoping this guy did not get a head coaching job and did not have a proper playbook. He's an offensive mind.
You don't say that, Tim. You don't say stuff like that, bro. Not about the Falcons, bro.
I was trying to get Dale in
Buccaneers, maybe, but damn.
I was trying to get Dale in a vortex of some crapola that he could not walk out of. So,
oh man. All right, enough Atlanta. We're talking Saints now, Kyle.
All right.
Derek Carr, QB 20. He had a terrible game last week. Well, the week he played, and Jameis came in and showed him how to do it. Did he learn anything from Jameis this week?
What? No, he did not. I mean, Jameis did. He pushed it down the field.
Yeah.
Did he push it way too far? Did he just bomb it at some,
Well, of course he did. Yes, that's what he does.
I feel like if you have Derek Carr out there, Alvin Kamara is going to get the targets and get the receptions. If you have Jameis Winston out there, it's Chris Olave. Who's the better receiver? And, I love Alvin Kamara getting targets out of the backfield. Like, come on, who doesn't? We love seeing that. But Chris Olave is our best weapon. And I don't care who's playing quarterback, but we need to use our best weapon on offense. Nothing against Alvin, but he plays running back. He's not a wide receiver. So we just really need to get Chris Olave as much as humanly possible. 6 of 9 targets for 94 yards and a touchdown. That's great, but I feel like, how many of those targets were actually from Jameis, I feel like it was like 6, 6, 7. I don't have the actual figures, but yeah, like that was Jameis trying to get it to Chris Olave,
right.
And Carr is still just dumping it off to Kamara every single chance he gets.
Yep. This last game we did see Taysom not really get the ball much either. He's coming in at the tight end 7. He rushed the ball once for 6 yards, caught 2 passes for 17 yards. That's just not enough. Taysom, I get it. You don't want him to be overused and get hurt, but same time we need some production. I think Saints should look at using the 3 quarterback system. Let's
the 3 quarterback system.
Yeah, let's work Carr, let's work Jameis, and let's work Taysom Hill.
He's like the triangle offense in football.
Taysom touches, man. Like I could care less as long as Taysom gets the ball in his hands. Like it's a crime to not get this man involved. It is. I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm with you. So let's pick this game. New Orleans at Atlanta. Atlanta is a 1-point favorite. I am going to pick the Saints because I can't pick Atlanta because it's against my religion. That's all I got. So, Kyle, who you got?
I'm taking the Saints. I know Ritter's. He had that whole reboot where they started Heineke and they're still in the race and they have all these playmakers. Well, it's great on paper. We have a phenomenal roster on paper, but you can't put it out there. You don't have everything else. You don't have that chemistry. I feel like the Saints, last time we were in Atlanta, week 1 last year, losing the whole game, but we came back. We found a way to win. Coincidentally, it was by 1 point. So give me the Saints by 1 point.
There we go. All right, Tim, it's up to you.
Man, you know what? Kyle was talking, and he really inspired me.
Oh.
He inspired me to make him put some more Jimmer Beamer in his mouth. I'm picking the
right.
Saints +1.
All right, everybody drink up.
Yeah.
This might be the first show where we
Yeah.
actually picked all the same teams.
Hat trick. This is a hat trick.
Yeah, that's right. First
We gotta
time.
do something. We gotta do something different for a hat trick.
All
You know what a hat trick is, Dale?
3 times in a row.
Oh, there you go. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
It started in hockey.
Oh,
You know, that's a white people sport.
okay. Yeah.
So,
I'm not
I was-
familiar with that.
I was putting you on that one. You know, I'm not really either because we're from Arkansas. So, you know, but yeah. So you score 3 in a row without the other team scoring, and it's a hat trick.
Mhm.
So they throw all their hats on the ice. Is what
Okay.
it used to be.
All right, let's answer one more question before we get out of here. It's a flex position question, non-PPR. Jalen Warren or Charbonnet?
Ooh.
Again, Charbonnet is going to be in for Kenneth Walker. So,
Wow.
for me, not looking at anything, I'm PPR too. I'm still going to go with Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
You're going with Warren.
This is just me not looking at anything. I look at anything.
Yeah.
It's Jalen Warren.
Yeah. I'm Charbonnet's got 11.3 points, but I think this is half PPR. Yeah, it's half PPR. And so yeah, it's Warren. Warren with Warren at 9.1 points. Non PPR.
All right. There we go. All right, everybody. Be sure to set your lineups. We got games tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Be sure to eat a lot of food and have some fun.
And hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, for sure. We want subscriptions, we want likes, we want shares. Matter of fact,
don't like Dale though.
While you got your family over, go ahead and pull up this podcast and watch it with them.
Yeah.
Everybody's at Thanksgiving. Watch us.
Yes. Nothing
Yeah.
sets off your Thanksgiving holiday like some frenemies, man. I'm telling you.
I know we was talking about doing like a little segment maybe next week.
Yeah.
On like maybe some pick'em bets.
Mhm.
You know, because I'm a DraftKings person. That's the one I use. That's what I go off of to get all these notes and everything. So I was thinking I'd just throw out like a little teaser for tomorrow.
Okay.
If anybody's interested.
Yeah.
What you got?
First one right off the bat, Tim, I know you're gonna like it. It's Detroit by 8. So I'm thinking take Green Bay +8.
All right.
And then the one that I'm looking at, Gibbs over 44.5 rushing. So I like both of those. So roll with that. Dallas is it's a 13-point spread, which is like, man, this is the NFL. Like, you know, I get that, but at the same time, I just feel like Dallas is hot. They're rolling with Washington doing what they did last week. Their team is in shambles.
Mhm.
Take Dallas and -13. And then Tony Pollard, they gave him a 19.5 over under for receiving yards. So I'm thinking Tony Pollard, that's one big catch.
Mhm.
Come on. Tony Pollard, he's kind of getting his stride back. He had a big catch last week. Tony Pollard over 19.5 receiving. And then the last game is San Francisco at Seattle. Man, with Seattle as beat up as they are and San Francisco being, you know, who they are,
Mhm.
I'm thinking San Francisco -7. And then they gave Tyler Lockett is actually a over under 50.5. So I'm thinking even Drew Lock could probably get him 51 yards, man.
Oh no, man, that dude.
I mean, that for the receiver that Lockett is, that's 2 or 3 catches for him.
Yeah, you got 3 good receivers, bro. Like, yo,
Yeah.
With Najigba, Jackson Smith Najigba, he had it was only like a 40 something, but I still feel like Lockett is that dude.
Okay.
He knows what he's doing. Even if it was Lock playing, like I would think that he would know, you know, where to go with the ball. Lockett over 50.5 receiving. So those are my little teaser picks for you for for
love it.
Thanksgiving. So there you go.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
There we go.
All
Gibbs
right.
over 44.5 rushing, Pollard over 19.5 receiving, and Lockett over 50.5 receiving. Okay.
You wrote that down?
Let's go win some money, man. Yeah, I was just writing it down because I wanted to give everybody like a little teaser. Right. We were talking about like doing this next week.
Yeah.
It's for fun, but why don't we win some money while we're doing it?
Hey, yeah, sounds good to me. It makes the game more interesting. Make the game more interesting. So, all right, y'all. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Again, please watch our podcast with your family and friends and everything. And I've got one last thing to say to you guys.
I hate you guys so very, very much.
We are out.
Remember to follow us on social media at BS Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.